See, you're the one that thinks you own the place. I'm assuming. Is your lease paid up and all that? Here's hoping. Well, welcome back, guys. It's Saturday morning. We are in the woods. It is going to pour rain today. It's a nice mild morning here right now. 2 degrees, which would be what, 35, I think, Fahrenheit. And it's like 25 in the cabin, which is about 77. Quiet weekend here this weekend. Didn't bring any cat, didn't bring any dog. So it's just Stealthy Shell and I. And the squirrels, we're just all kind of hanging out together here because he's enjoying his breakfast. Can definitely assure you that. And the chickadees are too. You can tell it's going to storm, it's going to rain because these guys have been feeding pretty quick here this morning. They're just flying in and out here on a regular basis. Kind of neat to see. I'll show you Mr. Squirrel here. He's enjoying his breakfast over here. See how close we can get before he takes off. What are you doing, Mr. Squirrel? What are you doing? Huh? How tame is that? Watch this. See how close I can get. He doesn't want to go anywhere. He's enjoying the seed too much to leave. Isn't that wild? See, you're the one that thinks you own the place. I'm assuming. Is your lease paid up and all that? Here's hoping. Because, man, he is pretty tame. Look. Look. Wow. I'm holding this GoPro not a foot from this squirrel right now. He doesn't want to go anywhere. Other than probably jump on the GoPro. Oh, look at him. What a guy. What are you saying, buddy? It is not bothering him at all. There he goes. Anyways, enough of that little rodent. Critters. Lots of critters. Anyways. Now it's kind of cool to see. The brook is wide open now. It's hard to believe in 1 week how much stuff can actually change around here. And, because of that, we only had mild weather. It didn't even really rain through last week or anything. It was just mild enough that things are starting to open up and thaw out. So it's, here, a big blue jay just squawking over there. You can see it's really gray over here in the horizon. The rain is coming here a little bit later today. We're going to have 25 to 35 millimeters and like 80 kilometers wind, 50 mile an hour wind, and an inch and a quarter rain probably. So it's going to be a pretty wet day here at the cabin, I think, for us today. So I'm not sure what we're going to do here yet. A couple little things you may have to do inside the cabin. If you didn't see my last video, it's kind of nice. I got one of those little fans on the chimney of the wood stove. I think it was working awesome, moving the air in there. Bought that at Princess Auto. Got to go out in the garage probably a little later. Davey Dum Dum forgot to take the battery out of my lawn tractor last fall. My Toro wheel horse out there. So I'm going to pull that out of here today. You guys can kind of join me, I guess, while I do that. It'll only take a minute, but I got to take it out, put it on a charger, hook it to the solar panel or something for a little while, and top that up. I'm afraid it's going to freeze. We'll let it go any longer. Probably should have pulled it out in the fall. But anyway, a few other little things we're going to do around here today. And I'm not even sure yet what we're having for dinner. It's a bunch of cut up veggies with something on. I'll have to find out from Shelly a bit later. She's still sleeping in there. So again, pretty quiet weekend with no animals in there. And no cats, no dog. So just lots of birds and squirrels. So anyways, I will check back in a little bit with you guys. And actually, not quite done yet. I can show you the brook over here on the side. Man, those blue jays are squawking too. I'm just on a mission here this morning, aren't I? I'm going to show you the windows too. I don't know if you saw the video where we did the bird stickers on the windows and all that, but they come out quite well, I think. I think you can see them all on there, which should hopefully help from the impacts. I know since we got here, we've been here since yesterday at supper time. We haven't had anything hit yet, so, but you can maybe see them on there, I'm thinking. Not sure the lighting out here right now, but there's a couple on the door here. The upper pane of the glass on the door. The lower one's got the screen, so I think they're good. I think they can see that, well enough that they don't fly into that, so. But anyways, even, yeah, look at that down on that side down here. The brook is wide open again. Last weekend, I had to get down there in the ice, kneel down and cut a hole through. Literally a week later, she's wide open. And you wait till later on today. I'll show you guys after it poured rain for a while. This will be like a river later on. Should have brought my kayaks over. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Well, here we go, boys and girls. It is starting to pour rain out. Pour rain, pouring off the roof. And It's going to be one of those days. Only 3 degrees too, so it's a pretty cold rain out here. Birds are stocking up on lunch at the bird feeder here. But I'll show you later on how high this brook is going to get. It's going to run like a river, I imagine, here after a couple hours of this, because we have a fair amount of rain coming here today. So. But we need it because it'll definitely get rid of this white stuff in the ground. Well, here we go, guys. Something a little different today. Actually, out in my garage, I have to unhook the battery, pull it out of my lawn tractor here. It's something kind of Davy Dum Dum forgot to do in the fall. You know, I know a guy that does small engine. Me. Should have known better. But anyways, I've got it buried under this lawnmower, so I got to move the mower. And we're going to unhook the battery. So just give me a second to move this lawnmower out of here. Good place to store it is all it's any good for. And this is my Toro wheel horse. Anybody that knows older garden tractors, Andy, my brother from another mother, he'd appreciate this thing probably. It's a 528, they call it 8-speed gear drive, and these things are an absolute beast. This lawn tractor alone without the mower on it, probably 600 pounds. This thing's about 30 years old, and the mower deck itself weighs about 200 pounds. I'm going to zoom it down so you guys can actually see what I'm dealing with here. Whoops. This is a quite a beast, quite a machine. It's got a 54, sorry about the camera here, it's got a 54, I think, inch mower is what's on this bad boy. Sitting right beside it here on the floor sideways right now. It's just a huge mower deck. And this has, again, a 20 horsepower twin, and they call it an Onan, O-N-A-N, Onan engine in this thing because it's pretty much an industrial tractor. The tie rod ends and ball joints in the front end of this thing are as big as what's in a car. Like, it's crazy, crazy rugged built tractor. But anyway, just bear with me. I need a 9/16 and a 3/8. I think the bolts don't all match up here, but anyway. Let's unhook this battery, folks. Positive, or sorry, negative first, always. Always unhook your negative first. That way, if you ever ground it out on anything, you won't arc. A lot of people think you have to unhook the positive, but you don't. You always unhook your negative first. That's already off. It's quite easy. And a little closer here, maybe, so you guys can see. It's quite a tractor, I'll tell you. It's a shame, too. This thing is rusted pretty bad. The previous owner had sat in a basement of a building for years with a dirt floor, so it actually rusted it up pretty bad for what it is. Because unbelievably, this tractor has 195 hours on it. That's all that's on this. And these tractors are good for thousands. And this only has 195 hours. So this will last me the rest of my life. I'd actually considered restoring it, tearing it down, and repaint everything and get a bunch of stuff sandblasted. And because this tractor is worth, is worth doing that too. When this was new, this tractor is from the early 90s, 92, 93, I think it was. This tractor was literally about $5,000 or $6,000. That's without the attachment. Then your mower deck could be $2,000, $2,200 just for the mower. So again, Toro wheel horse, it's called. You could actually put a front end loader on these if you believe it. And these are pretty much like your nowadays Kubota that are out there nowadays. So anyways, we're going to just lift the battery out of this thing. It's got a nice heavy duty platinum one from CarQuest in it. I think I will take that in the cabin and maybe put it on the panel, or I could take it home and charge it at home and bring it back. Not sure yet, but anyways, we got her out. That wasn't that hard to do, and hopefully it didn't freeze because it's not all swollen or anything. You'd see it bulged out on the sides if the battery actually froze. So, but again, it's going to be nice to get this thing running again. It's a workhorse of a machine, my Toro. Love this tractor, and the deal I got on this is way too good to be true. So, way too good to be true. But anyways, we will throw the lawnmower back on top here because it's out of the way that way. And again, that mower deck alone weighs probably, I'm not lying, 250 pounds. You don't pick it up. I'm a pretty strong boy. I don't pick that up. I roll that around. And again, this whole thing, 190 hours on it, which is unbelievable. So it's pretty much a brand new 30-year-old tractor. And the ironic part was, as I worked at the place that actually sold this tractor brand new. Now you can see the front axle, how rugged it is, cast iron front axle. And like this is, some of the new lawn tractors have a cast iron, but they're nothing like this thing. Again, the ball joints and that are just absolutely huge. They're greasable. There's a greasable ball joint down and on the back side here, just like a car. Like, it's insane. The back of these tractors, the rear end is all cast iron also. And it's hard to get a shot down here. They call it uni-drive, the actual rear end in these. This thing will pull a car. Like when I worked at that company years ago that we used to sell these things new, we used to take these out and we used to have some fun with them and that, play around, pull some other vehicles and that around. You'd pull a full-size truck with something like this. Got high and low range, and again, it's a gear drive unit. So you have high range, low range, and then you have 4 speeds in high and 4 speeds in low. So it's quite a beast, love it. And it's a lawn mowing monster, I'll tell you that. It's going to be something nice when the season gets here to go out and mow the lawn on her again, because she's a joy to drive. Pretty sure this guy pretty much figures that this is his little cabin that he's moved in, and he's got a lease on it because he's got a little cache of seeds inside there that he's going in and grabbing, going back and forth. And he's even got a little roof sitting under there in the rain. He's not even going to get wet today. Yeah, I'll grab another bunch. Ah, yeah, I had a little snack here. So, boys and girls, today for dinner, in this non-cooking show that's turning into a cooking show, it seems quite quickly anyways, she is making sheet pan ranch chicken, it's called. And what it is it's bell peppers, onion, broccoli, a pound of boneless, skinless chicken breast, some olive oil, and creamy ranch dip mix. Basically cut all the veggies up and all that, and then you put the ranch mix over top of it, and then we're going to bake it in the old hot box here for a few minutes. Sounds kind of good, kind of different, but it should be really good. So we're going to watch Stealthy Shell do her thing. Well, there's pretty well the basis of dinner there, what we're going to be putting together here, I guess. And now you have to sprinkle some oil, is it, all over this stuff? And some ranch topping here. It should be really good. This is the ranch, creamy ranch coating, I guess, that's going on it by Epicure. This stuff is really good. Anybody ever tried these different things that they make? Well, there it all is, pretty well ready to throw in the hot box here and bake it for a little while until this cooks, but it's looking really good, and it's a fairly healthy meal too. Not really anything that bad at all in this. Meanwhile, outside here, guys, while supper's cooking, she's getting pretty wet out here. Dark and dismal. Hard to believe, too. It doesn't slow these birds down at all. They are still feeding just as steady as they were all day here, so they have not let up a bit. The wind is picking up a little bit, but it's quite mild out. It's 8 or 9 degrees out here now. The snow is going to go really quickly with this weather. Great to see, actually. Well, here you go, boys and girls. I think this stuff is actually done. It's smelling great. I just tested it, and it is done. This just fits in there. Oh yeah, spill more stuff in there. There you go, look at that. Wow, nice tray of dinner. Isn't that wonderful? This is going to be a tasty meal. Well, everybody, we had a great supper. The sheet pan ranch chicken, I guess they called it. That was actually really good and a fairly healthy meal, too. No pasta involved, which is kind of nice for a change. It is actually daylight savings time this evening, so we have to set our clocks back. I think it's actually 2 a.m. I think most people do it at midnight, but 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, the clocks go ahead, actually an hour, not back. Spring ahead, fall back, as they say. I believe all my American friends, I believe you guys are doing it at the same time. I think Sherry had actually mentioned that she was asking we do it, and we actually do it in the same day as you guys. So anyways, we were just going to kick back here for the evening, I think. Actually, maybe watch one of our series on Netflix that we've been kind of trying to stay caught up on and all that. And enjoy the rest of the evening here. And I will probably just talk to you guys, I guess, in the morning. So you guys have a good evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Morning again, guys. It is Sunday morning in the woods. 10:30, 11 o'clock right now, or 10:30. We're going to get geared up here soon to get out of here for another weekend, as much as I hate to. Got all my wood brought in this morning. I'm going to top up the bird feeders probably before we go. Had a great weekend as usual. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself hanging around a little bit again. Brook is running hardcore this morning. You can see that. Got some big time water flow going all down around, all down that other side. All kinds of water. So she's all thawed out again. It's kind of crazy because this morning it's -6. It's cold out after that rain yesterday and everything. Everything froze up pretty hard overnight because the temperature dropped. And then we got a little bit of tiny dusting of snow there this morning. So you can see here just a little bit that, you know, just enough in the truck to have to clean off. That's all. Enough to make an icy mess in there, actually. Come out and scrape that off before we go. Road should be firmed up decently. Hopefully it's not going to be too hard to get out of here. But again, it was wonderful to have you guys here this weekend. And I hope you want to come back and hang out more. And I'm so excited and so looking forward to the weather getting better here very soon, that it's going to be a lot better content instead of just sitting in the cabin and walking around showing you guys snow. So anyways, again, it was wonderful to have you guys here for the weekend. You know, like and subscribe in the content of this if you do like the video, and subscribe to my channel. That way it helps me out a little bit, and hit the notification bell. That way you know anytime that I actually put up any new videos, which hopefully is going to be twice a week. I'm going to try to keep that rate going for now. And anyways, and again in the summer, it's going to be so much easier to make content. I don't have to kind of show you the bird feeders every day and the squirrels, so it'll be a whole lot more to hang out with you guys and a whole lot more to do. So anyways, once again, hope you guys had a good time here, and I know once again was great to have you here. And I am going to shut her down for this video. We're going to get out of here soon, pack her up and go home. So once again, if there's nothing else you guys do, just please try to just live simply and remain grateful for everything that you have. Actually, you guys have a great day.